think they're in the dugout already. We were a little bit cautious. Na, die sind von WWSC, aber es ist auch nur eine komische Geschichte. Weil wir haben die in the dugout, and then the Italian team took some to just throw on the field, and then Mo in Neustadt's really upset with that, so the less balls than we should have. But I mean, we just put them in the dugout with for the homes where they told them to put them, and the teams take them, and so.
Danke.
Ja, da sind die beiden.
I'll send them, forward them to you.
I got it.
Ah,
What do you want to do with names and like now batting and?
However you feel.
Yeah, I mean,
was
switching
team-wise.
doing half and half was cool. You know what I mean? Then you
You just pick a team and then stick with it.
let's wait till we read all the names.
Guys, could you go really close to the microphone when you're talking?
Yeah.
And maybe shut it down right now because you
you. We can now have the national anthem of Belgium. Let's play ball. The managers will now have a play conference, and then the game begins shortly. Welcome to the both teams, and welcome to all the fans that are here to watch this Under-23 European Championship game.
Hello and welcome to the U-23 Baseball European Championship game between Belgium and France. My name is Nick DeForest, and I'm joined here by my partner Didi Letrousse, and we're coming to you live from Schwechat, Austria. Didi, how's it going today after your long night in Wiener Neustadt last night?
Yeah, I got a good night of sleep. Slept over a little bit, but back now, the duo of us. Excited for this game. Going to be interesting to see how this group pans out.
Yeah, and it wasn't just you who had a late night. Of course, the players and Team Great Britain having to go right again this morning. I'm sure all of you out there are aware they lost to the Netherlands 1-0 in the morning game. The 2:30 game between Italy and Germany still going on, and that has implications to this one, which is an absolute crucial game for Team Belgium. Belgium is 0-2 at the moment, and they desperately need a win against France here today to finish the group in third place. Well, if France wins, they will be 2-1, and it could very well be a three-way tie with Team Germany and Team Italy all at 2-1. So both teams really ready to play today.
Yeah, Team Belgium in the same position as Austria in the other pool, in the same pool. They're going to be sure to throw all in there, leave nothing on the field, trying to come up with the win somehow.
Yeah, absolutely. And a little like last night in Wiener Neustadt with the rain, we had a big downpour here. You might be able to see how bright and crisp the dirt looks. That has taken a lot of rain here today and also yesterday afternoon, but no delay. Teams have had their batting practice, and we're all ready to go. France, unfortunately, the visiting team here, but maybe the first team to strike. Their leadoff hitter, Matthias Morin, the shortstop, 1 for 7 so far in the tournament, looking to really get this game going.
In shortly, and leading off for France will be Matthias Morin, the shortstop, the number 2.
That's Zane Hendrickson, the Belgian pitcher here, his first appearance in the tournament. despite Moran's one hit so far. It was a double and sitting with 2 RBIs.
And he finds the strike zone after 3 pitches, bringing the count to 2 balls, 1 strike. Moran with the leadoff double, leadoff to single to right field.
To the right fielder. The leadoff runner is on for France here in the top of the first. Coming to the plate is Miguel Lopez, the catcher, number 14.
Miguel Lopez, as you've probably heard, that is the Platz Sprecher, the stadium announcer right behind us here. Little different conditions outside of the field here in Schwechat, supposed to be in Neustadt, as you're well aware if you've watched the game. But the field itself is just fantastic. Looks good, but it also plays really well. They've done a great job getting it ready for the tournament, but it really is like this all season long. Home to the Schwechat Blue Bats in the Austrian First League. Actually, France's first appearance here, so any France fans out there, might be the first time you've tuned in to watch a game from here. And in speaking with the French delegation before the game, they're quite happy and impressed with all the fields here in Austria, and heard them wishing they had fields like this for every team in their first league. So may not look as well from the production and in the sound, but down here on the ground, great job and a great host for this tournament. Wow, just down the line. That was trouble. The third baseman was not going to put any glove on that. So lucky the boy at third that it was just foul. Ooh, high and tight right there, but nothing being said. Anywhere around here, unlike the game last night, a lot of words back and forth.
Yeah, we had a bit of chit-chat between the Great Britain team and the Austrian team, exchanging some pleasantries. Definitely no tea being offered between those two.
Yeah, of course, emotions high, big crowd over there, and both teams, really wanting to win that game. So, yeah, all in good fun. It shows that the emotions are there, and everyone really wants to do their best.
Yeah, Lopez really hanging in there in this at-bat, fouling a couple of pitches off. He's been one of the workhorses on Team France so far. 2 hits for him, double, and also base on balls hit by pitch, so he's one of the guys who's been on base for them steadily. As he's able to connect for a ball down the line, this will be 2 bases for him, and he scores for the first run for Team France, scoring Moran. France moves ahead 1-0.
And you hear it in the background too. Good contingent of France fans with their mascot, the Rooster, here today to try to push their team into that third and maybe even a higher position in their group. Paulo Brasier, now the center fielder, is your next batter. Brasier also playing both games so far, 1 for 6.
Yeah, all across the board, we've seen the teams with relatively low batting averages, with the only team hitting over 300 being the Italians. France with a .188 batting average so far, but looking to turn things around here.
As we mentioned, there is, as you probably well know, another game going on at this same time over in Wiener Neustadt. It's one of these, there's an hour or so where the games overlap where, hey, if you're sitting at home on your big screen TV, you can double box it. You choose the commentator you want to listen to and just enjoy the other game right now. Germany 6, Italy 3. So we got a good game going over there in Wiener Neustadt.
And sliding catch by the center fielder. Just able to get the glove under it.
Yeah, talking about a great game over there, and that was just a great catch by De Brouwer in center field. Umpire right there. Better view than all of us, and of course, clean catch in center field for the first out. Julian Monks now, the third baseman for Team France.
Yeah, Monks with the double so far in this tournament. Trying to add to his hit list. Slow chopper to third base.
Ground ball to third baseman. Look over to second base.
De Boer able to turn the second out for Team Belgium.
Yeah, that was a great play. Looking back, keep him at second. And Pierre Duas now, the right fielder. 3 for 6, 500. So great job thus far for Pierre. In the 3 hits, 1 double, and he's looking to keep this inning going here with 2 outs in the top of the first.
France still with a runner in scoring position on second base.
And just chips that foul. Couldn't hold up the ball in the dirt there. Hendra's first appearance so far in the tournament. Actually, both starting pitchers are making their debut today, so no stats on them, but I'm sure after both have watched a few games, they're excited to get their chance.
Yeah, 20 pitches so far, 16 of them being strikes. So he's pounding the zone, ending the inning on a strikeout. Will return shortly.
On the board with a 1-0 lead here.
And we're back here with Belgium's first crack at it here in the bottom of the first. Tanguy Moran, your pitcher for France. And the leadoff hitter once again, Zion de Brauner.
Easy one hop to the shortstop. Throws it across the diamond for the first out.
The shortstop cleanly taken by the shortstop. The throw down to first in time. One down. And the DH
Brings up Sander de Sadler, the DH today. Sandler takes a strike, and this is France's first appearance over here in Schwechat, but Belgium already one game in, so maybe a little home field advantage. Have to suss out the situation already, play a full game here. Nice play by Monks, coming way to his left and makes it look easy as he lobs a strike over to first. 2 up, 2 down. Arthur Hyman's now the second baseman. First pitch swinging right back. So that is a very, very quick 1-2-3 inning here in Schwechat, and ending the first with a 1-0 lead for Team France. We'll be right back. Hey, we're back here in the top of the second in Schwechat, Belgium, France. The France DH, Gabriel Harrison, leading it off here, looking to build on their one-run lead and work their way into maybe a top position in their group. Germany still holding on 6-3 ahead of Italy over in Wiener Neustadt. And these two games will decide the makeup of the group. In Group A, the top two seeds are done. Netherlands undefeated 3-0 going through, and Great Britain also going through 2-1 record. they'll play the second and first teams respectively from this group tomorrow. Austria and Czech battling it out, both at 0-2 for that third spot. Important third spot because the bottom two teams both get relegated, right, Didi? And Austria, coming up from the B pool last year, does not want to go right back down.
No, very similar situation with Belgium. Those two teams definitely the underdogs of the tournament, trying to move into a better position and avoid going down again.
Right, we saw a caught fly ball behind first base. Heyman's the second baseman from Belgium, going a long way, taking care of that. Luke Vigor at bat now for Team France. Luke's first game in the tournament, first appearance right here. Takes a strike.
Yeah, Hendrik continues to pound the zone. 24 pitches and 18 of them strikes. But France came out swinging in the first and will do so the second.
Little tournament location info for all of you out there wondering, where are we? In Schwechat, Austria. If you haven't Googled it, we are just southeast of Vienna. And if you have ever flown into Vienna, you have been to Schwechat because it's the home of the airport, the home of a really big brewery, and some big refineries. Right, Didi?
Yeah, also one of the wealthiest towns in Austria, as you mentioned. Lots of infrastructure and, yeah, wealthy companies.
And we're in the middle of a big sports complex. Behind left field, lots of soccer fields. Just behind us, big soccer stadium, tennis clubs, racket sports, all sorts of things, track and field, all around us here in Schwechat.
In the meanwhile, Vijay got on base via hit by pitch, so he has 1,000 on base percentage now.
That's something to take home.
He'll wear it.
Ryan Moore, the second baseman here, steps to the dish.
Yeah, one of the really patient France players. 2 base and balls for him so far in this tournament. Hitless so far, but looking for his first hit now.
Oh, and there it is. That's down the line. Fair. And he's coming hard around first. He'll cruise into second. And Vigor, easy safety slide into third. Runners on second and third. France ready to extend the lead.
One down, runners on second and third.
Yeah, right fielder met with still really tough conditions in the grass. Slipped a little. Moore knew that right away and turned for second base. Came in sliding. 2 players in the scoring position for France now. 1 out in the inning as the umpires get together and have a talk.
Not quite sure what the conversation is about, and no replays to be seen in Schwechat, so obviously nothing too big of a deal as they just jog back to their spots and we're playing on. Martin Visak, now the left fielder. He's in the 9 hole. See if they can get some more production from the bottom of their order.
Yeah, the hit ball was in proximity of the foul line, but I'd say it was well within the field.
Yeah, and a well hit ball, absolutely. Just right fielder very far over and slow footing out there with all this rain and lush grass.
Victory.
Vizak. Ball in the dirt and then a ball up. Swinging hard through both of them. But still a strikeout. And that's the second out of the inning. Matisse Maron now his second at bat. Single to start the game. And scored. And big chance here for France with 2 outs and 2 runners in scoring position. Great job by Koschel, the Belgian catcher, to get his body over and just smother that ball.
Yeah, Hendricks already up this pitch count to 35 pitches so far. He will have to be a bit more efficient if he wants to go the full 7 innings.
Great secondary lead from Vigor at third. He's coming pretty far down the line, but with Debori well back, he's got a lot of room to play with there. He's definitely going to advance on any ball in the dirt.
First baseman just able to make the grab. Takes it on a hop and the first base to end the inning and the threat from Team France. We'll be right back.
Leading off for Belgium here in the bottom half of the second inning is Neustadt, the first baseman, at 6.
We're back here, bottom of the second inning. Nando Mostrat at bat. Belgian lucky to get it out of trouble there last inning. Great play behind the bag. Got him in the dugout.
Yeah, Belgium went down 1-2-3 in the first, so fourth batter for Belgium. Mostad so far with 2 hits in the tournament, looking to extend. Morand continues to deal out there, being just above the minimum requirement of pitches so far. Get his outs. Starts to show his breaking ball now as well.
Big hard cut right through that. Up in the zone, but nothing doing there. Julian Moldemans now, the Belgian shortstop. His first at bat of the day. It's too bad Neustadt couldn't take some momentum from that great inning-ending play to the batter's box with him, but often how it goes, you know, you make a great play, right? In the field, you do something, and you come in, and boy, you're one of the next batters, and you just keep the flow going, right? Or maybe that never happened to you, Didi. I'm not sure.
This is how I rolled, yeah.
I was always too tired. Catcher, you got to come in, you got to take the gear off. So no matter what I did, you come in there as a catcher, you're tired, and you got to hurry, take the gear off, get out there, try to get a couple more swings. Not easy.
Yeah, not a lot of fun for catchers. Even summertime, sweaty, takes half of your energy from the game, I would suppose.
Absolutely. These one-game tournaments like this, one game a day, are great. You know, usually around Europe, you're playing double headers on the weekends. It's hard. It's hard. Fly out to right field from Moldermas. Victor van der Velden.
Yeah, 2 hits so far in the tournament and a base on balls. One of the better hitting guys so far for Belgium in the tournament.
And really, any type of base runner right now, just to extend an inning, would be beneficial. Keep France out there a little bit longer. Let Maron throw a few more pitches.
Yeah, Moran only at 16 pitches so far, and well above half of them just in there for a strike.
Ooh, it seemed like he wanted a little extra on that with a bit of a grunt to try to end the inning. Didn't get it. Sometimes you go a little bit above and beyond, try to get that extra bit, and it throws you right off.
Yeah, unfortunately we don't have speed measures here for him, but I would say that he's sitting at 85, 86 with his fastball. Breaking ball a couple miles less as he walks his first batter and gives Belgium their first base run of the game.
Brandon brings up left fielder Vegas Tiliakos. Hey, innings never over till it's over, right? So 2 down here for Belgium. Only a runner on first, but I tell you, those 2 out walks were my biggest pet peeve as a manager. You know, you go quick 2 outs and then you walk a guy. It sometimes is a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, not only as a manager, also when you're standing out there in the field. I mean, you as a catcher, you probably had your hands full, but especially in lower league level play, those walks would just pile up and you would start to get real sleepy.
Absolutely, and in a long day, a doubleheader, something like that, it's even worse when you know you're out there for 8 hours. Great job by Lopez there. In the meanwhile, keeping that ball in front of him and keeping the force an option for the Team France defense. And there it is. Force out, second base, ends the inning.
Yeah, takes it on a hop, and they get right back to hitting.
the tournament website that has the live feeds for the games. You can watch the games and also let you know that here at Batsfield we will carry again the evening game on the big screen here, where it's the possibility to watch the game from here on Batsfield in Wiener Neustadt tonight. Austria against the Czech Republic. Leading off for France here in the third inning is Lopez.
And we're back here in the third inning. Still 1-0. France, Miguel Lopez, the French catcher, doubled down the right field line in the first inning.
Yeah, going with a 500 average for the tournament. Really one of the guys who shines on this team.
Yeah, and exactly. Oh, it got him. Oh, not too hard, though. He goes right down. But, Didi, I did not look ahead and see who was batting for Team France. But it was just like we said. You know, you're out there, the catcher, boom, you turn around, and you're up right away. You never get that real break that you would like. But it worked out. Easy hit by pitch. Got the jog down to first.
Yeah, that's the best kind of hit by pitch for them. Just grazed his shirt, and he's on first base, starting it off for France.
And Paulo Brassier, the center fielder, who flied out to center field. His first time up now. And Lopez, pretty good lead over for, there he goes. Awkward slide in a second, but he had beaten the throw anyway. Lopez makes that hit by pitch into a double, so to speak, with a stolen base right there. And now Brossier has a runner in scoring position. Oh, and Lopez on the move again as the play unfolds. Head first slide. So a nice look back from De Bory, the Belgian third baseman, before he throws to first, but not enough to keep Lopez at second. Trading it out for a base here.
Yeah, just one out so far. Sacrificed unintentionally, but works nevertheless.
And it brings up Julian Monks, the third baseman, grounded out to third. His first time up. Can Belgium work themselves out of a jam again here in the third? And we know the mic's picking up a lot of background noise, so you might have heard it from a French fan. But yeah, all France needs right now is a long fly ball, something to cash this run.
Yeah, interesting to see. Last time around, last pitch, they actually checked on him via the first base umpire. Thought they had a better chance this time, but decided not to. As Hendricks misses with the ball outside, one of his only few balls so far. He's racked up quite the pitch count, but in regards to hitting his target, he is absolutely on point.
Yeah, not even close to a check swing there. I'm surprised. I wondered what was happening, but hey, you never know, I guess. And he jogs down to first, so base on balls for Monks. Brings up Pierre Duat, first and third.
Yeah, right fielder.
Yeah, Dwa with a 0 for 1 today, but
Player needs a break. I wouldn't do that for you though, Didi. I think, right? If you were behind me and I was catching, like, let's go, buddy. Come on.
well, I'm young enough. I don't need a break, and you're big enough of a target to block the ball for me.
Right. I needed the breaks anyway. Didi and I playing. I was a coach for the Vienna Wanderers and player, and Didi Vienna Metro Stars. Much younger than I coached Didi on the junior national team as well. So long history between the two of us. Inside and outside the lines here in baseball, Austria.
Yeah, and for a brief time we actually played against each other, like when you were still playing and I was also still playing.
Right. Runner moving, hard hit ball down the left field line, way foul, but wow, Watt put a charge into that. Eh?
Absolute hammer.
And as you might have seen or heard, Monk's moving there. Let's see if he'll do that again. He is being held at first, so maybe an opportunity for Hendricks to try a pick or something.
And Hendricks with the strikeout, really important for them. Yeah, you mentioned it. He started to move over there. I'm sure they were trying to get rid of the double play up the middle. But 2 outs now anyways. We'll see if he nicks another. Chance at swiping second.
is on the field, the pattern interference. He on our center fielder interfered with the catcher, the throw down to second base.
Well,
To the center field.
Belgium manager comes out, but maybe you've heard and figured it out, but that was unfortunate for Team Belgium. Jan de Bauer, catcher interference, so he is out, and Kaushal has to go back all the way to first base. So, unfortunate, but those are the rules, Dee.
Absolutely, yeah. But, yeah, tough break. Instead of having a guy on third base, he goes all the way across the diamond back to first base, and they now have 2 outs with Lopez, one of their best swinging guys, up now.
Sander Sadelier, Didi on the wrong score sheet, but DH for Team Belgium, up with a runner on first base. But we've heard that the stream has gone in and out a few times, so if you stayed with us, thanks for that. We were unaware, so we told... If you heard it already, maybe you can just go grab a drink.
And routine fly ball into right center. Center fielder takes priority and catches it for the third out. France right back in the dugout, looking to add more. Runs to the board.
We're back here in Schwechat and hopefully staying with you for the whole rest of the game with no other stream breaks.
So leading off for France, forward is Luc Vigier.
And over my shoulder, you might have heard that the next batter, Luc Vigier, the first baseman for France, playing in his first game of the tournament, got on with a hit by pitch. First time up.
Yeah, top of the fourth. Hendricks already up there with 56 pitches. You would have to think that the Belgians rather soon will see some action in the bullpen, Nick.
Yeah, and if I knew where the bullpen was, Didi, we could see if there's any action right now. But we're in such an angle. It must be down the left field line right there. But pull out your binoculars and take a look. He really has a pair of binoculars out, cruising the scene here. But jokes aside, it is down the left field line. Cannot tell if there is anyone up or not from this vantage point. We're just to the right. We're behind home plate, just to the right at a camera angle. Behind a pole, some part of it. But I think it's a great spot to watch a game.
Oh, my seat a little better than yours. You're right behind the pole. Thanks for that, Nick.
Yeah. A really great job the last 2 innings by the Belgian defense to get themselves out of trouble. Keep the score at 1-0. But again, this inning now the leadoff batter reached base. So last inning a hit by pitch and a base on balls. The inning before a hit by pitch, and now another base on balls. So Belgium giving away a few base runners here to France each inning.
Yeah, now up. The second baseman, Moore, already with a double so far. Trying to move over his base runner.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting his first time up. Unfortunately, did not lead to any runs, stranding on second and third 2 innings ago. But swinging the bat well, and second time seeing Morvan. So let's see. May also be hard to see from your vantage point. We know only the one camera behind home plate is working, but left field line 310 down the line, 374 in center, but just in left center, it's a triple fence, monster, so to speak, that jets up kind of randomly. Random for baseball, that is, Didi, but why is it so high out there?
Yeah, I was asking myself the same question, and especially as a right-handed hitter, seems kind of unfair. Like if you look at all the big stadiums, also in the Major League Baseball, Boston comes to mind with the Green Monster, and the right fielder overran, misjudged it as he cruises into second base. Both runners in scoring position now, and no out. Perfect situation for France.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate for Van der Velden in right field. It was a hard hit ball, but right at him and into his glove last second. Maybe just already assuming he caught it and was thinking about getting it in. Not sure, but unfortunate break for Belgium there. But Didi, I thought you would know the reason. I know the reason the fence is high, and I thought you would have known. So I was trying to set you up.
Well, there's the field behind it, right? So maybe to protect the soccer goal?
There is soccer fields all around here, and that is the high fence behind the soccer goal. So the soccer teams don't kick balls into the field, and there's another high fence just behind left field for another soccer field there. So not a baseball reason for the high fence, but a high fence nonetheless. But the old field, this is a pretty new field, I think 2 or 3 years, right? The old field was just behind us in a different location, and just behind left field was the tennis courts, outdoor tennis courts. And there was a high fence, but not high enough. So they kept hitting home runs into the tennis courts, and then we're not allowed to have first league games anymore.
Yeah. Too much of a threat. Did you ever hit one up there, Nick?
No. Well, they were in the second league back then, so I never played against them because they weren't allowed to be back then in the first league. But the legend goes that they could play until one time the mayor of Schwechat was playing tennis and got hit by a home run ball. And then the next business day, he canceled their baseball privileges, so to speak.
That's some great trivia there, Nick.
Oh, fantastic play. Wow. Heyman's diving stop. I wasn't sure if he had it with the thick grass there, but fantastic job. One down.
Yeah, almost had it on the fly, right?
Yeah.
So was a little confused for a second. Didn't know what was going on, but able to make the grab, throw to first base, first out this inning. But France very much still a threat.
Yeah, and I mean, really, that play probably only happened because of the drawn-in infield, Team Belgian. Right spot at the right time there. Mathias Maron, the French shortstop and leadoff hitter, now making his third appearance today.
Yeah, no reason to have the middle infield play back with both runners already at second and third base, so infield still in. High fly ball towards the left field line. Third baseman moves over and makes the grab. All three players, shortstop, third base, and left field were there, but caught by the third baseman, and 2 down now.
See, that's unbelievable after the unfortunate catch there and right. A bit of a great play, because that is a tough ball in behind, going back a long ways, backpedaling nonetheless. But he gets it, and he kept him at second and third. So same situation as last inning. France runners in scoring position, but yet to score.
Yeah, Belgium defense able to pick up their teammates, and out of an unfortunate situation, no routes, runners second and third base. We're now 2 outs down, and we'll see if he can get out of this inning without them scoring a run.
But another tough batter here for Team France. Miguel Lopez, the catcher, doubled in the first, and hit. Jersey got hit, I would say, last time up, and then he stole second. So Lopez very much into this game and looking to turn the tables.
Oh, that's a pass ball by the catcher who throws it home to his pitcher covering, but very unfortunate. Time is being called. Yeah, unlucky. They pulled in such an effort to get the outs, but have to surrender a run to a pass ball.
And hopefully that's all they get this inning after that. But Lopez still ready. Still an RBI out on the field for him. Yeah, definitely part of the game, but tough to see. Of course, the higher level that you play and the higher you get up, the less those little things happen. But still very much a part of the game in U-23, even at the European Championships.
Yeah, we mentioned the pitch count for Hendricks, above 70 pitches now, but something you've also mentioned, Nick, is how fast this game moved along. We've seen the game at Wiener Neustadt, which is also happening right now, move at a much slower pace. Might also be delayed by a bit of rain, but so far we're on track to be really, really quick here as Hendricks loses the battle and walks the next batter.
Paulo Brassier now, shortstop, center fielder, coming up. 0 for 2 on the day. Yeah, they're in the bottom of the 6th over in Wiener Neustadt. Game started at 2:30, and top of the 4th here. So fine with me. Keep it moving along. Not that I would rather be anywhere else, but sitting at home watching the Austria Great Britain game was a bit painful last night. It was a bit long.
Yeah, a long break in between, but the ground crew moved in right away and were able to recover the field and giving us a pause for a little bit over an hour. Managed to get the game done. Unfortunately, not in favor of the Austrians, but as the French batter takes the ball right off his shin, that ball right away. Home plate umpire really paying attention today. We've seen a couple of rare calls. Gives them a bit of time, so the courtesy is also extended to any player on the field who is in a bit of pain. Some extra time there.
Yeah, absolutely. And that game last night, really important to get it in, to take the break, wait the rain out, or play through a bit of rain. A tournament like this with each team playing one game a day, if a game can't be finished or can't be played at all, it just causes chaos the rest of the tournament. And we'll get the games in, but, each team before each game gets a full batting practice on the field, nice big infield, outfield, and there's a lot of time built into the schedules. So what would be gone is that preparation time. As you see, a great play, just in the nick of time at first, with a toss over to first. So Belgium, they give up another run, but again, avoid a big inning.
Absolutely. Van der Velden again with great hands, really like his defense. Flips it over to the pitcher, and they limit the damage to only one run after giving up a pass ball and the run following.
Welcome once again all the fans from Belgium and France to this facility, and appreciate your interest in coming here to watch your team. It's really an honor for this city to have the international guest here, to have the opportunity to co-host this event with the colleagues in Neustadt. Thank you very much.
Bottom of the fourth here in Schwechat. Another chance for Belgium to get back in this ball game, down 2-0. Getting out of trouble in the last 3 innings. Looking to start some trouble of their own here. Arthur Heymans.
Nika just noticed I gave the wrong guy credit for the defense the other inning. First baseman for the Belgian, Neustadt. 2 really nice plays. Impressive.
Yeah, played a great game too on Tuesday. Called that game over in Wiener Neustadt. Really good tournament so far in defense. As Heymans chops a foul ball. Heymans' first at bat was a nice, easy comebacker to Hendrick. To Moran, excuse me. Way out there, Lopez gets a forehead on the ball.
Yeah, spikes it right into the ground and almost catapults it over the screen. The Schwechat able to hold it in there.
Yeah, little spike ballish pitch there. No, not too far. Just outside, right?
Yeah, nice slider with a bit of break. Now moves on to change-up. And
yeah, really nice pitch right there. Gets Heyman off guard, absolutely. And Nando Mustat, that first baseman you just mentioned, Didi, here he is. Struck out first at bat. And that is a loud strike call, from the umpire. I don't know if you can pick that up, but he has got a crisp, loud call from no mistaking what pitch was thrown there.
Yeah, French pitcher Moran. 4th inning for him with almost half the pitches thrown compared to his opponent on the other side, Hendricks. So he's really looking to extend, maybe even go the full distance. Full distance meaning 7 innings as he continues to pound the zone.
Yeah, in this stage of the tournament, right, Didi, talking on Tuesday, the pitchers that went out game 1 or day 1, day 2, of course, come back strong later in the tournament. But these 2 starters haven't pitched till today, Thursday. Only 2 days left. It would be rare for them to come back. So I think both teams really looking to get the most out of their starter pitchers.
Absolutely, yeah. We've seen quite the use of starting pitchers also as a reliever and a closer in other tournaments, as he connects for a long drive, but left fielder Visak barely able to hold it in there. So not only can he field the ball, he can also smack the ball.
Yeah, he put a charge into that one. Had Visak going back pretty hard there, and I wouldn't say right on the fence, but very, very close to the fence there in left center.
Yeah, so as I mentioned before, we could also see like a short stint of any starting pitchers that started a little later in the tournament. So definitely an option out of the bullpen, but not for a long time staying out there.
Julian Moldemans now. Slide out to right. Back in the 2nd inning. We're all working that slider in the dirt. Lopez, again, doing a good job. Keeping the ball in front. Staying on his toes. Fouled straight back into Lopez's glove. Yeah, taking a little bit of time, right? 0-2, I think.
Yeah, that's usually, as mentioned yesterday, Speeder Bruce not here in play, but most hitters actually take their 1 timeout during that situation, as he lines it with a hot shot to the first baseman of the French team. Viger ends the inning and sees France returning to bat.
Bottom 6 in Wiener Neustadt, where Germany leads 8-3.
Up for Team France, Julien Monk, third baseman for Team France, facing still on the mound Hendricks, who despite his high pitch count has only given up 2 runs so far. Bit of mishaps in the field behind him, but nevertheless damage still in control, in reach for Team Belgium. The comeback as he extends his stay here, trying to give Belgium a long outing, saving their arms for late innings. Yeah, Monk's real patient here at the plate. Hendricks pitches in and out, finds his spot in there for a strike, driving the count to 3-1, looking to get on first base for Team France. Long fly ball to left field and off the top of the fence as he cruises into the second base standing with a leadoff double.
Wow, of course, tough for us to see all the way down there like you at home, but that turned around Kiliakos and left and almost made its way out of the park. Pierre Duat, now the right fielder, back-to-back strikeouts. Did put a good charge into the ball last at bat before going down swinging. So Duat, of course, trying to bring his teammate home, but also avoiding the sombrero here. 3 Ks in a row, sombrero. At least that's what it was. Over his head. Monks cruises into third. Didi, what is it called if you strike out 4 times in one game?
The golden sombrero?
Golden sombrero it is. That's right.
Does that sound familiar to you, Nick?
Only by bugging teammates whenever it happened to them, of course. We even had a opponent growing up back in junior ball that made their players wear a sombrero if they got it. So not like the cool jackets that the MLB and hats the MLB guys are wearing anymore. It was the sombrero of shame.
Yeah, talking of wearing, Duat just took a hard fastball on his shoulder, so he moves on to first base. Now runners on the corners as the Belgian coach calls for the arm out of the bullpen, ending Hendricks' day with 85 pitches thrown. I think this does it for him. Yeah, I talked about it earlier, Nick. Despite this high pitch count, limited damage only to 2 runs. I think he can be pretty happy with him.
Yeah, you know, some trouble with some hit by pitches and walks. Got some good plays, but also suffered from a few unfortunate plays in the outfield. Even that double, it was a catchable ball. You know, another outfielder maybe on another team goes back hard and makes the catch. So a little bit on both sides, but yeah, threw a lot of strikes, right? A lot of pitches, but a lot of strikes, and these 2 runners still belong to him. But could come out unscathed again here.
Yeah, keeps Belgium in the game, definitely in reach. 2 runs. Baseball being such a game of momentum, that could turn around real quickly.
Nummer 12 ist der Pizza. Ja. Ja, geht aber.
Zweite Base vorher, dritte Base.
Ja.
Und der ehemalige dritte Base wechseln. Wechseln. Right here. Ui.
So a number of changes in the defense for Belgium. The new pitcher, as we've indicated, is Victor Van der Ven. The previous DH, Sander Sabalea.
All right, a lot happening there as we are getting some changes. You might have seen. You can follow it all online on the stats side. But main thing, Victor Van der Vellen, the right fielder, into pitch. No DH anymore. Sadler moves all around to second base to third base, to Bowie to right field. You'll see it all. The WBSC Europe website is amazing as you go through these games. I know you all know. You can follow along with every little bit that happens, whether it's a commentary or stream or not.
Yeah, stream seems to be working back on it. Every now and then we get a look at the comments. Appreciative of letting us know how things go.
And keeps it in front of him. Well, it scoots to the side a little, but does not go to the backstop. So Monks remains at third, but Dubois cruises into second. So nobody out. Normal situation, I'd say, for the Belgian D runners on second and third. It's happened in every inning so far.
Yeah, familiar situation, maybe not so much for the pitcher who just entered the game, but he has a couple of experienced guys behind him.
Well, Van der Vellen coming in from right field, definitely looking to make amends for that drop ball. And not the start he wanted, ball four. Loads him up.
The bases now are loaded.
Luke Vigor, first baseman. He's Vigier on base both times. No plate appearances or no ABs. 0 for 0 with a hit by pitch and a base on balls. But good OBA.
Yeah, I mean, whatever works, Nick, right?
Yeah.
You can help the team by getting on base. Take anything.
Absolutely. And just checking back in over to Wiener Neustadt, Germany continuing to add to the score. 9-3 at the moment over there. Bases loaded, bottom of the sixth. That could even end early. Wouldn't have thought that, especially after Germany losing yesterday. But anything can happen.
You're right, Nick. And Van der Velden now missing continuously with fastballs. I could actually see the same thing here if he doesn't soon find his target.
Right. Yeah, France could really just take a commanding lead here. But yeah, anything can happen. Short tournament. Anyone can beat anybody. One big inning could just totally change a game. And looking ahead, Didi, that is exactly what Team Austria is hoping for tonight. I think on paper, going through all the age categories, it is a rare feat when Austria gets ahead of Czechia in a tournament, right?
Yes, you're right, Nick. So far, having a little bit of trouble to get the games going and then finding into the game. But as we've seen, 2/3 of the way, quality game, and then sometimes things get out of hand. But the final score often didn't paint the real picture how the games went. So they're really hoping to get going right out of the gates tonight and give the Czechs a hard time. who also had a hard time during the tournament so far. Bit of surprise, losing both games already. Also under pressure to perform here. Maybe also a bit unfair since they are really well run last year and also at the WBC. Everyone in Europe, I think, was really impressed by how they've come so far. And yeah, quite high expectations, I would guess, for U-23 as well.
Right, and that could work against them and maybe might give Austria the advantage, with nothing to lose, playing against a bigger baseball nation tonight. So we hope for the best and would love for you to tune in at 7:30 in Wiener Neustadt. Of course, over there you're getting all the replays and highlights and things like that with the multiple camera angles. Unfortunately there, Ryan Moore, unfortunately for Belgium, not for Ryan Moore. He walked, brings in another run. So it's a hit by pitch and 3 walks in a row for the Belgian side after that leadoff double from Monks. And another trip to the mound. Getting his steps in today.
Yeah, quick outing for Van der Velden, who we'll see. Well, this ends the day for him, so no return to the field. He hands over the ball to the third baseman, who also was part of the defensive switches.
Yeah, well, you know what? We're not going to keep track of what's going on. We'll get to the pitcher. We'll talk about him. But if they make any more of these 5-player switcheroos, you'll know better than we will, sitting out here under a tent in Schwechat.
Started at second base, moved over to third base, and is now coming from third base to pitching. We'll get the additional changes as soon as they're available for us.
All right, we're back. Martin Vizak, the French batter with the bases still loaded. 4-0 your score. Yeah, just as Germany is pounding on Team Italy over in Wiener Neustadt, the French bats are looking to add some big runs here on the board. Of course, the last 3 batters all walked. But Vizak looking to hit something hard here and really get this going. He was like 0 for 4 before today, and like, strikeout and ground out. Still looking for his first hit of the tournament. No better time to break out, get a hit, and a few RBIs all in one. As that ball comes right towards us here, and Harrison scores the 5th run for Team France.
Yeah, another pass ball as the catcher couldn't get a grab on it. Nothing really special about that pitch, but maybe a bit of problems with the vision. France so far, last 4 at-bats, didn't even have to swing at anything. Game getting a bit out of control of Belgium, but fortunately all due to their own actions.
Right, and ball 4, so a short break with from the bases loaded. But yet again, we have the bases loaded. And just in, Germany 13-3, final score. Actually, mercy rule victory in the 6th inning against Team Italy. So if you were around when I explained the tie-breaking rule earlier, that comes into play with the innings on defense and innings on offense. So that mercy rule game could have an impact on on Italians' chances to make it to the next round.
Yeah, a bit of a surprise there actually with Germany and Italy. Good favors in the tournament. Bit of a surprise to see them break out this much and beat the Italians mercy rule by 10 runs. Could come in handy, as you mentioned. Definitely good for Germany, who finally woke up and got the bats going. We knew that they had a real strong lineup by our booth visit, Tchaikovsky. Sometimes it just takes a few games for a team to break out. As we see a long fly ball into left center, but center fielder able to make the catch and come home with a throw, but caught by the first baseman, Mustard, and limits it to a run scoring from third base. Got 1 out, runners on first and second base now.
Yeah, that was a deep ball from Morant, much farther than some of the other balls down the line we saw earlier, but De Brouwer right on it, and decent throw, no real chance. So good job cutting that off and keeping the runner at second base.
Yeah, we've read it in the comments. A lot of support for this guy, number 14 from France. Lopez, absolutely a beast and tearing it up so far. Just continues and finds himself in a real good position to add onto his resume for this tournament.
If you weren't around earlier, the Team Italy, Germany, and France could all be 2-1 after this game, and that would be a 3-team tie. It comes down to the team's quality balance to break the tie. Quality balance is the sum of runs scored divided by the number of innings played on offense minus the number of runs allowed divided by the number of innings played on defense. It's a mouthful, but it takes into account these games can be different lengths. And even if one game is 5 innings or 6 or 7 innings, there's still the home team that may not get to bat again because they're in the lead, or the losing team not having as many innings on defense. So that quality balance takes everything into account and finds the right placing. So we'll have to wait for this game to be over to really see exactly where the teams fall and which team, unfortunately, from the 3 will find themselves out of luck.
That's right, Nick. Lopez, who fell behind in the count early, 0-2, seems to be really locked in, just fouling off bad pitches, and I've mentioned it, tearing him, having a really good tournament, average up to 500 now, and even more impressive, and OPS over 1,500. as both runners advance on a ball in the dirt, and him looking to just stick one through the infield, giving him a couple more RBIs.
Yeah, and Cashel, the Belgium catcher, he's getting down, he's getting over, but he's just not keeping the ball under control. So quite aggressive on the base pass. France seeing that ball in the dirt, knowing that it's not going to come up clean, are just going right ahead. And a bit of a surprise there, but Lopez swings through that high fastball for the second out.
Not a real problem for France, as I'm sure his teammates will be able to pick him up. Yeah, you mentioned the catcher. One of the guys on the Belgian lineup this game who hasn't seen any action in the field, so maybe also for him, first game of the tournament, takes a bit of time to settle in. Definitely under pressure to perform here with, yeah, you mentioned it, underdogs, 2 losses for Austria and Belgium so far. As he skies this pitch up just behind second base. Second baseman takes it and ends the game, ends the inning for the Belgians.
Top half of the fifth, we go bottom half of the inning. Belgium coming in this out-of-town game, or in Wiener Neustadt, has now ended with Germany defeating Italy in a mercy rule at the end of 6 innings, 13-3. This game is then the second last game of the day, the final game of the round-robin part of the tournament. Austria will play tonight against Czech Republic in Wiener Neustadt, beginning at 7:30.
All right, we're back here in Schwechat. Belgium up in the bottom of the fifth, trailing 6-0. And with 3 innings left to play, it's really time for the Belgian team to get something going if they're going to do anything at all today. Leading it off for them, Victor van der Velden. Van der Velden now the pitcher for the Belgian team. Walked his first at bat all the way back in the second inning. So the Belgian batters still just getting their second at bats of the game, where the France team are already into 4 each.
Heyman's chasing the second strike and also the third, being called by the home plate umpire, takes his bat 2/3 of the way down the line. Catcher fires a strike to first base, and yeah, 1 down.
Very, very interesting all around. Ball in the dirt. Everyone's screaming he went. Home plate umpire calling it, and yeah, Victor unsure. So just take your bat with you.
Yeah. One of the less known facts in baseball. So whenever they want the umpire to check for a strike or a ball, the actual ruling on this is the umpire, if he calls the ball, they can ask and he can get some help. But if he sees it, he is going to call it himself.
Yeah, and with that ball in the dirt and the runner trying to advance right away, that was good job. If he saw it, of course, they call it right away. Vegas Kiliakos now, the left fielder. Indeed, you are Austrian first league umpire, right? B level umpired quite a bit.
Yeah, not so much in recent years, but at some point during during coming up with the youth, you're being
Forced is the word you're looking for.
Yeah, the club is interested in just, having enough guys to actually keep the league alive and fill in for any open spots. Now these days we have a lot of umpires who don't play anymore, so this isn't the case anymore. But every now and then you get the call, and then you have to suit up and be able to get behind the plate or on the base, both, and keep it alive.
Same thing growing up in Canada. You know, they want everyone to umpire, but it was not a bad business decision when you're younger. I would umpire 2 or 3 games on the weekend when I didn't play and get a good bit of money. Parents weren't so bad, at least north of the border anyway, so I didn't have to worry about that too much. Never really enjoyed it.
Meron comes up with a really, massive inning here, striking out 2 guys, actually 3 guys. Yeah, drop ball, but still a strikeout, so 3 strikeouts for him with a bit of life on his fastball still. And we move on to the 6th inning.
Catcher switch, no crazy triple double things. I know, come on. I'm running out of players. 18 Cashel's out.
Now we can go with more time.
I'll try to whip up something really good.
Defense of Belgium, the switch of the catcher, takes the catches out of the game. There's Jamie Peters is now in place behind the plate, catching for Team Belgium.
All right, moving quite fast here in Schwechat, top of the 6th inning. France back up, lead off. Julian Monks, Arthur Heyman's on the mound for Team Belgium with a new battery mate, Jamie Peters. He'll be the first batter next inning. And France really in command, of course. You know, even the innings they weren't scoring or only got 1, they've been in command this whole game. And 4 more runs to get to that mercy rule limit like we saw Germany get to over Italy.
Yeah, and only 2 innings remaining as he smacks down a hard hit ball down the third base line, just in third base as he cruises into second. Stand up double for him. France threatening right away.
Yeah, great job from Monks. Really turn on that ball. A lot of room down that line, and with the slow, thick grass, could really just cruise into second base there. So great start for France. We're going to continue adding to their lead. Pierre Dois, the right fielder, still could go for the sombrero here. Dois hit by pitch last at bat.
Beautiful curveball there.
But actually, as we make fun with the sombrero comments the last inning or so, nothing against Hua, who's had a great tournament thus far. 3 for 6 with a double coming into this game.
And another off-speed pitch. Breaks in just on top of the zone. 0-2 to count now.
And we got a guest in the booth here. He cannot talk. We're going to snap a picture, though. There we are. The Rooster from France in the booth. Mascots can't talk. Unfortunately, otherwise we could have had a great interview. If we had a video in here, we could have done some sign language, but we'll settle for a shot to the fence.
Long drive out to right center, and a beautiful catch by the Belgian center fielder on the slide. Wish we would have had a replay on this one. Definitely worth a highlight.
So the ball is caught in right.
Yeah, I mean, you at home, you can just rewind, I guess, or scroll back maybe to see that again, of course. No zooming in here, but that was a fantastic catch, De Brouwer. Bringing up Gabriel Harrison.
Yeah, Nick, you mentioned visitor in the booth, the mascot, because you never know who's under it. Do you think that the duty is like shared between people traveling here, or do you think it's always the same vigilante?
Well, you know, it could be that if you don't perform, you know, then the next game you got to wear the mascot costume. So it could be a player under there, Petey.
Yeah, or even the parents of the player.
Yeah. Oh, that would be it, right? If your son doesn't do well, you need to wear the costume.
Yeah, but remember, this is U-23, so as soon as we move on from U-18, they are on their own account.
You mean no parents here? There's a good amount. There's a good amount, but all jokes aside, mascot is an absolute fun thing to do. If you've never been inside a mascot costume, it is hilarious because just like you said, no one knows who's in there. You can do what you want. You can have some fun, and
yeah, live all the roles you don't get to live in your life.
Yep. The American International School Knights, where I work, has a great Knights costume that I've seen the inside of on a number of occasions. Always a fun time.
Have you given yourself away now, Nick?
Well, I'm not always in there. Just every once in a while.
Give them on the toes, yeah?
Yeah, an Easter, an assembly here and there when there's no students that can do it or anyone. It's been a lot of fun. So yeah, there's a rooster from France following the team, and of course the German fans have a fox with them. So those are the two mascots kicking around the U-23 baseball championships here. Nice to see.
Yeah, check with the first base umpire now behind the mound. See if he went, but said didn't go. Battle continues. And is lost as he throws him a ball a little bit high. One down, runners on first and second base.
I mean, it seemed quite clear for Gabriel Harrison, who trotted down right away, but not that high from our view. Pretty close. Heyman's not doing a bad job thus far this inning. That one just getting away from him. Luke Begur hit by pitch and 2 walks in his first game.
Yeah, pitcher now starting him off with an off-speed curveball slider.
Wow, curveball. Look, 12-6. Nice slow break there.
He swings right through the next pitch. Fastball up in the zone. Yeah, with time running out for both teams, France under no pressure to, well, keep the runners moving, but we'll leave things to the batters to strike out. 2 outs now. Up the bat.
Ryan Moore, the second baseman. Moore been on base each time. There's 3 at bats, a double, reached on an error, and a walk. So Moore has seen some action. Seems like a lot of fans for the young Ryan Moore, shouting some encouragement. With the rooster, we have some flags. And
Interesting to
all
see. He's got
sorts
a
of things.
European flag on him.
On the
Rooster, so he's flying both colors.
proud part of the union, everybody.
A little flare into left field, drops in for a hit. Fires down, that is caught by the third baseman, who can only hang on to it. Another run scores for France. Runner from first base couldn't advance any further than second base. Runners on first base and second base now for number 9, Visak.
Yeah, these runs important for France. You may think the game is in the bag here at 7-0, but anything can happen. One big inning, obviously Belgium can come back in the game, but France needing to score, get as many runs as they can, as Visak pops out to second base to end the French 6th.
Yeah, run on second base. Apparently forgot, lost count of the outs, but got the word from the runner moving in behind him. Moving on to bottom of the 6th inning. Last chances for Belgium to actually get into this game, score the first run.
Here we are in the bottom of the 6th inning. Team Belgium still looking for their first run. New into the game, Jamie Peters came in last inning as a defensive replacement behind the dish. Leads us off.
Yeah, still in the game. French pitcher now going for 6 strong. Noah.
So with today being the last round robin games of the tournament, The games for tomorrow are still undecided where everyone plays. Fixed Netherlands first in Group A will play at 10 o'clock in the morning. Great Britain second will play the 2:30 game. They're awaiting find out who they will play, dependent on this game and the tiebreaker. And then the 3 and 4 of this group will then play at 4 o'clock here in Schwechat or 7:30 tomorrow night. And Team Austria and Czech the game tonight to finish it up. So we won't know where everyone plays tomorrow until tonight, but there will still be 3 games in Wiener Neustadt and 1 game here in Schwechat.
Another strikeout from Moran who, well, Nick, there is this tradition that you don't mention certain things that are evolving in the ballgame, and we will not be doing this right now, but Moran adds another strikeout. Only 2 base and balls so far, and absolutely dominating out there.
Yeah, let's see. DeBrouwer now, the leadoff batter, Zion. He's the center fielder. Have a great day in the outfield. He seems to be all over the place. Tracks balls, left field, right field. Doing a great job. And the Belgian leadoff hitter now looking to get something going here.
Yeah, with how Moran is pitching, you have to be impressed, even asking yourself the question if he shouldn't have been used a little earlier in the tournament, possibly re-entering in later games, but you'll never know, right?
Yeah, you never know how someone's going to do at a tournament, how they're going to, if they're going to step up with a bit more pressure, but also, you know, tougher 2 opponents for France before today, so really not clear if he threw the exact same game he's throwing today against another opponent that he's going to get the same result, of course.
Beautiful 12-6 curveball, strikes out the Belgian hitter, gives him another 5 Ks in a row, I'd say, at least.
It is 5 Ks in a row, doing the math, and 2 Ks before that. So that's the 7th K on the day and 5 in a row.
That's really uncommon, right? Like pitching for 5 2/3 innings, going in there with, 4 innings pitched, a little more, 2 Ks, and then finding your, really
groove.
fine-tuning, finding your groove, you mentioned it, and dominating 5 Ks in a row. That has to hurt for the Belgium lineup, who at least want to put a run on the board now.
And just coming up on 2 hours here, we're really cruising along, really because of Moran and his ability to shut the Belgians down, as we see a fly out. So that ends the strikeout streak for Moran. It also ends the Belgian 6th inning. We'll be right back with our last inning of the game.
Changes that were made in the defense. Okay, we'll get to those in a second.
All right, top of the 7th here. France, Belgium, 7-0 for the French team, in charge almost the whole way through here. Looking to add to their lead. We got a new pitcher. Once again, Robbie the boy. He moves from third base to pitcher, and Arthur Heymans, the previous pitcher, is at third. So no new players in the game for Belgium. Just some more switcheroos. Just like right here for Team France, Louis Brainville came in last inning on defense, played short. Brainville, first at bat. For 4 so far in the tournament in his one game. In the first game, France lost 7-0, so no runs for the tiebreak procedure there. The great outpouring here late. So now exactly the same result, 7-0 for France. But really, unless they've done the math in the dugout, which I would hope they're on, they'll want to put some more runs on the board here. Unfortunate, though, that the top 2 placings for the group and have a chance at a medal comes down to a tiebreaker, right? There'll be one unlucky loser that'll be 2-1 that'll sit down in third place and not have a chance.
Yeah, always tough, but just the possible time frame of the tournament limits it to a certain number of games, and yeah, when you can't play any more games, you have to move to different categories to figure it out.
Right, and then even unfortunate for the team in the last place team in the other group, that then is going to have to face a really strong opponent to stave off relegation.
Yeah, Branville coming off the bench, putting up a great fight, falling behind the count early 0-2, and since then held a couple of pitches back and one straight to the screen. Usually a good sign that he's right on it. Just continues to battle, and yeah, great addition from the bench. Another foul ball down the right field line.
I've just noticed down the right field line, we talked about all the sports all around us, the track and field things, the soccer, right to the right, archery range. That was a foul ball into the archery range, Didi.
Yeah, let's hope they don't retaliate. And yeah.
Oh, smooth.
Great shot to left field. Diving left fielder can't come up with it. Rolls all the way to the fence. Center fielder backs him up, and he cruises into second base. And yeah, has to feel good coming right off the bench. And yeah, France on its way to add more runs to the lead. Belgium really has to, yeah, doesn't really matter for them now anymore because we're already in the 7th inning. But France doesn't stop here.
Yeah, that was just a sweet stroke coming off the bench, as he said. So really nice job. Of course, diving, why not? Go for it. Take a chance out there and left, especially when you have the speedy De Brouwer behind you who ended up picking up the ball on the fence and getting it in. Fabian Kovacs now at bat. Lopez also coming out. He was your new catcher last inning, number 12. So his pair of new batters here for France as we start the 7th.
Yeah, Kovacs seen some time in previous games, but hasn't gotten himself a hit. But yeah, looking for it now. Trying to move over the runner, get himself on base, and continue.
Straight back to us off the catcher's glove. ball boys are deciding who's going to get it. Another one straight back to us. The other ball boy is coming out now. Being sent back. Ball boys, great to see so many people, both fields, young youth players here helping out. A lot of people involved to make these tournaments happen, and it looks like a great job. A lot of Schwechat Blue Bats around the field, grounds crew, doing all sorts of things here. Edie, we hosted the Canadian Senior National Championships in my town when I was a youth player. As that falls into right, Brunville holds at third, but both new batters both start their days off with a hit. Not bad.
Yeah, really locked in. You could see them fouling the pitches right into the backstop, as I mentioned. Yeah, locked in. Runner from second really didn't hurry, just cruised in the third, didn't extend. So Francis, yeah, taking it base by base, playing it a little bit slow, but yeah, so far moving along.
Right, I mean, they're going to take the runs they're getting, but don't seem to be pushing it, which is nice. And I brought up the Senior Canadian Championships, Didi, because back then when I think I was 8, I was a ball boy and bat boy for the week. What a great experience it was just to be around all these big players, you know. I remember keeping all the rosters and seeing if anyone made it pro, and there were a couple major leaguers come out of that tournament, and they're saying, hey, I was a ball boy for that guy back in the day. And so it's great to see all the youth players involved, and one good benefit of when you host something.
Yeah, can you drop any names from that time? Do you remember who actually
absolutely.
made it all the way?
Well, the big one was Rob Butler, but you got to be a Canadian or a Blue Jay fan to know that. He was a Canadian Toronto native that then played for the Blue Jays. Always something we celebrate back home. Yeah.
But as you mentioned, you umped some games for for some extra cash. I guess no cash, just the swagger from the ball boy.
Yeah, you got a free shirt or whatever you did, you know.
And the lineup cards.
Yes. Yep. And I heard a lot of bad language as a youngster. Grossier 0 for 4 on the day. Looking to extend this hit streak for Team France here in the top of the 7th.
Hammers it down the right field line, but foul.
I think I made this comment on Tuesday, but best socks in the game right here.
Yeah, seems to be individually knitted for him. Maybe a grandmother, but yeah, tough strikeout for him. Hands it over to his teammate. Just
Hit from the number 13.
yeah, Monks.
Julian Monk, the third baseman.
I was looking at the wrong.
Julian Monks here, the batter. Monks, after the ground out and a walk, he's had 2 doubles in a row and scored. So another double here might score 2 more runs for France. Runners at the corners. Little confusion on the France side. Clearly, they were told not to push things as the runner on third stays put, even though the throw to second scooted away from him. So a little bit back and forth, but no damage done. Runners on second and third.
Yeah, pushed on, almost forced his teammate off third base, who held up his hands. And yeah, I mean, coming off the bench, you spend most of the game on the bench, away from playing fields, and then you come on, and I guess yeah, you really want to push things, right? And show that you're there, show your speed, and yeah, at least they're moving over to second base.
That's my favorite saying now as a youth softball coach.
Don't say it, Nick. I know exactly
What
what,
are-
you're talking about.
what-
It's your signature. Don't run into an out here.
Don't run into an out. I say it all the time. Good reminder, as that ball is a deep fly ball to left.
Yeah,
Rhineville tags and scores.
caught by Tiliakos, who fires it down, but France scores the run anyways. 8-0 now, 2 down.
So I would be saying it right now if I was a third base coach to my youth players. You don't have to go. Don't run into an out. But clearly this level, I don't think they need a reminder.
I think I've told you a couple of months ago, Nick, that this is exactly what I remember from you, and even now, so I just whenever you're out there, I'm anticipating it, and just a feel good saying for me at this point. Because why would you?
Why would you run into an out? Don't do it. I'll keep saying it, but I'll look to you next time.
Well, I should have mentioned that I wasn't on the field; I was standing beside it, so no point in telling me, Nick.
Right, France down to their last out of the game. And it looks like it's going to be right there. Fly out to right field from a check swing from Duas.
Yeah, looked challenging for him, but it's easy for us to say under the tent. Seems to be exactly in line with the sun right now, but yeah, goes down on the knee, holds up his glove, and probably says a Hail Mary and catches it. Yeah, there's a game in the game that we will not be mentioning right now, but for all of you who know, don't even write it in the comments. Don't do it. But yeah, this is exciting, Nick.
It is. We'll stay with us here going into the bottom of the seventh. The fate of Team Belgium really is sealed. It's sealed. I don't see a way for them to come back here. They'll finish fourth in their pool. But still a lot to play for Team France. Like you said, the game within the game, and just a great defensive game for Team France. But regardless of what happens, how long this inning goes, we hope you enjoyed the game, despite the in and outs and the one camera angle here in Schwechat, and really hope that you come back, watch some more games, whether you're a fan of France or Belgium or not. A lot of great baseball still to be played. 2 more full days and 1 more night game. The third big Austrian night game in front of the home crowd over in Wiener Neustadt at 7:30 Eastern time, of course.
Well, yeah, I just looked in the comments, Nick, and unfortunately it's been mentioned, but we won't. He's gotten, I think, a round of well, not so appreciative comments following, but yeah, I mean,
You believe it or not, it doesn't matter. It's fun. We know what's going on. If you don't know what's going on, then just head over to the ticker on WBSC Europe site, and you'll see France ended their day with 8 hits and no errors. Arthur Heymans, the first batter, Team Belgium here in the bottom of the 7th inning.
and there it goes.
Goodness.
Started off here for Belgium.
Well, they might not win this game, but they at least get a hit on the board.
There it goes.
I
Right
suppose
then.
the guy in the comments is gonna get even more hate now.
But big smiles from the mound. Looks to the dugout, but yep, here it is. Here comes the manager from Team France. He's going to the bullpen. That'll end the day, but over 6 innings, he held the Belgians to no runs and no hits.
Great performance. You can, only give him a hand. Team France comes out of the dugout and, welcomes him, gives him a warm welcome. I think, couldn't have gone any better.
Great little shrug. I don't know if you saw that there. Shrug and a smile, and he held his thumb and index finger just as far apart. Almost had it.
Yeah.
You know, Didi, I don't know if any comments written online or any sentences we would have said here outside the lines have any impact on the failed no-hit attempt.
Well,
it's
it
just
wasn't
fun.
us, Nick.
No.
And if it was anybody, actually, other than him.
No. But I would hate it. Yeah, I was not a pitcher, so I'm gonna cross sports here. I was a goalie in hockey, and whenever we were leading after 2 and we're in the dressing room, and I didn't give up a goal yet, there was always one teammate who would come over. He's like, "All right, keep that shutout going," and he just did not appreciate it, right? Or in the third, couple minutes to go, one defense would come over, tap the pads, be like, "Hey, couple minutes till the shutout, eh?" No, don't do it. Don't do it.
Usually when things go your way, you're just locked in, right? Like, it doesn't matter if you're a pitcher or a hockey goalie. You tunnel vision.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
feel it, and don't even talk to the guy.
No.
Not so much about superstition, but more of let him in focus. Coming in for Team France now, taking over for Muron, who only gave up 1 hit over 6 innings, full 6 innings. His teammate Nicolas Antoine.
Didi, I'm glad the French speaker here. I know I've butchered my fair share of names in the 4 games we've called so far, but you speak French, so I should have just left every name up to you.
Well, I think you gave me a bit of an advance there, but French by name and maybe pronunciation a bit more advanced than Austrians in regular, but by no means, unfortunately, French speaking.
Okay. Nando Mostrat, maybe. Didi.
Well, neither is Belgium.
Yeah,
I hold the second passport, but it's not from Europe.
Nando 0 for 2 so far. K and a fly out to left as he takes a high fastball. That fly out to left though was a well hit ball, right on the sweet spot for sure.
Yeah, Mostard, one of those Belgians who, despite nothing really to show for on the board, really impressed me. Great defense, squared up the ball. Yeah, looking to end things on a positive note for him there.
Another well-hit ball, pretty deep. But can of corn out there in center field, Brossier. And, this is the last game of the round robin, but for both these teams, no matter where they fall, the tournament continues, right? Whether you're playing in the top 4 for a medal, you're then playing in the bottom 4 to have the right to remain in the A pool, right? And not have to qualify again next year. So still many more important games for both these teams the next couple days.
Yeah, it's really the middle placements that probably go to business as usual, with the top teams fighting for coming out on top, and the bottom ones trying to stay off the relegation, moving down again. We've mentioned it also in previous games, Austria and also Belgium, one of those teams that just seem to bounce up and down, up and down. But really tough with all those competitive teams up there to catch on to them and maybe force one of them down.
Right. I mean, they're big nations, lots of clubs, lots of players. But the Austrian head coach Sakanashi told us on Tuesday that the benefit is you get your players a lot more experience. It helps them in their clubs, and then the next year, as that ball hit some green under the diving center fielder Bresson. So Belgium getting something going here. Moldermas with a single. Runners on first and second.
One out for Team Belgium. This evening rally here in the...
Yeah, Team Austria, really young roster. Number of the players could play in this tournament for 4 more years, actually. Really on the young side, especially the bench. A lot of the players played in the U-18 championships last summer. But Sakanashi, hopeful they stick with it, get some experience, that they could be then really one of the top teams in 2 years.
Yeah, so much work goes on behind the scenes, and when you mention all these national teams, it's really decades of work, and
And that's trouble.
And the foul ball eventually, as the right fielder probably blinded a little by the sun, gets some glove on it, but falls to the ground, and gives him another chance at trying to put one on the board.
And of course, you can put a lot of work into some players, build a group, and then things can happen. Injuries, clearly in the lower youth levels. Family holidays. Sorry, I can't go to the tournament. Going away with my family.
Teenage years.
Teenage, yeah, of course. And that struck the Austrian team, losing their top pitcher, a top Bundesliga pitcher last year. And pitcher still would be under 23. Toby Kiefer deciding not to play this season at all, as that throw brings the French first baseman Vigor off the base. So legs it out on a top chopper, bases loaded.
Yeah, a little dribbler towards shortstop who comes running in, fires it across, but Belgian player beats it out. Bases loaded now, 1 down. Really the best chance for Team Belgium this game so far to score a run.
Yeah, and it really unfortunate here. Of course, Belgium could come back, make a complete comeback here with only 1 out. But if they fail to do so, any extra run here could really dampen the chances of Team France moving on.
And it just shows you how dominant the Team France starter Meron actually was, as there comes a double play ball right back to second base. Shortstop flips it to second base, fires it to first, and this ends the game. Team France coming out, shut out, 8-0. Team Belgium gets a hit on the board, but nothing to show for it. Team France really wanted to, win this game, do so by dominant fashion, moves on. Yeah, and now begins the calculating part.
Yeah, we'll absolutely leave that up to the tournament officials, a number of them here, and they'll have it all correct. But that was quite a job by Team France to get out of a jam there and really solidify a shutout win. Close to a no-hitter if you stuck with us. You almost saw a no-hitter here, but you did see a good game all around by Team France. And even Team Belgium fought really hard to keep the French runs down, right? They had a lot of runners on base, but Belgium came up with a way to get out of many of those innings without too much trouble. So great job on both sides of the field. And if you're still watching, you see the rooster out there as Team France gives their fans a round of applause. Well, Didi, that's it for today for us.
This wraps it up.
We will call a night here in Schwechat. We'll see what happens following on the website of who will play where tomorrow. But I know this, we will be back here in Schwechat for the game against the 4th place team in Group B and the 3rd place team in Group A tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. And yeah, catch the game tonight and a couple games for the remaining time of the tournament. Thanks for having us.
All right. See you next game.
Thank you very much for your visit here in Schwechat, and thank you for bringing us very good baseball. Have a good evening, and please do enjoy the canteen of the Blue Bats, the Neustadt Schwechat Baseball and Softball Verein after the game now. And for those of you who are not on your way to Neustadt for the Austria Czech game this evening, you can sit in the canteen and watch on a live stream on a public viewing